It's a pleasure to have you on board.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you so much. It's an honor to be with you.
So I will let you present yourself in front of our community first.
Okay. So my name is Mohd Imran, and I am the founder and CEO of BTweeps. That is a software as a service for Twitter audience. So we built this thing in 2016, and so far we have a successful journey. We have recently partnered with AppSumo, so it's going well, but not at the speed that we need. But it's going well.
Oh, okay, but tell us a little bit about your background. So how did you come with the idea on the market? Did you have an experience before, an agency or something like that? You were a freelancer or what?
Yeah, so I had this idea during the whole learning process that I lived throughout my life. I am almost 30 years old now. So I started everything, my digital ventures in 2009. So I built a digital media agency. I'm coming from a very diverse genre of industries. Previously, I was into piracy. I was in the dark web. So I switched many genres of technicals and strategic and then management. And then I started with this digital media agency in 2009. So during my learning process, I went about like how we can grow ethically and strategically without getting dirty on like marketing. So every marketer has a different approach of selling or presenting. So I saw I saw the marketplace, how people are doing and what they are doing, and then I tend to think like I don't want to do like that. I want to create my own thing. I want to create my own concept. So I built this agency, and throughout the process, when we started building our assets and tools and everything. So in 2016, I had this idea of building a Twitter product, because everything I started on Twitter. I got my first client on Twitter. I got my mentor on Twitter. He's from Zurich. His name is Stephen Vetter. He is in Switzerland, Zurich. He runs a AdWords agency called Wordsfield, and I got the mentor. I made a product there. So I'm coming from a long way.
I see. Fantastic journey, eh?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. What do you think about the reviews platform? I want to know your opinion as a software as a service owner regarding reviews platforms, reviews website. What's your opinion about it? There are a lot of, from my point of view, there are a lot of fake reviews out there.
Yeah, there is a lack of authenticity. I believe there are only few which are actually authentic, which are actually meaningful. Otherwise, it's all just B2B business, and people are building products and they want to impose on certain audience or certain marketplace. And I believe it's a very saturated place, and there are only few authentic ones. Example, I found. What's your company's name? It's Techco, your platform where, yeah, TechPon. So I found, yeah, in TechPon, when I visited the platform, in one go, I felt like, oh, this is authentic. I didn't had any doubts. I didn't had anything behind my head. So it's platform like yours that makes the products that gives the product the right audience to see and embrace, like what the product is actually. So the meaningfulness is important.
Of course, yeah. More than that, we are live right now in one of the biggest entrepreneurs and startups community on Facebook. We just reached 130,000 people, founders, and these people are, most of them, they do online businesses and they need automation in Twitter. What about other platforms? Do you plan to move or in LinkedIn, on Facebook, or you will just focus on Twitter?
Our roadmap is heading forward to Instagram. So we are planning after successful journey of BTweeps, we are going to build something for Instagram.
Okay, another project or just a feature for BTweeps?
Another project.
Another project. Okay, fantastic, fantastic.
Yeah.
So if you
So it's a
want,
journey. Yeah, it's a journey of building brands and building the communities and help the communities through the brand and the products.
okay, do you heard about microacquire.com?
Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah, Andrew Gazdaki was our guest. It's a great person,
Okay.
and
Okay.
he can help you sell it if you want. It's just an idea. If you want to sell the software as a
Hmm.
service company BTweeps, a lot of
Hmm.
interesting investors out there. Yeah,
Hmm. Okay.
a lot of people. What I realized that you have over here, you have a
Yeah.
picture. What
Yeah.
I know that the message is trust the vibe or something like that, because the vibe
Energies
doesn't
don't.
lie.
Yeah. Trust the vibe. Energy don't lie. I have.
What?
I. I have another one here. The rules for being amazing in front of me. So has to be very creative.
Okay. What
Yeah.
about the partnership you have and you don't have a good feeling about? I want to let other people from our community know how
Hmm.
founder for a software as a service company
Hmm.
think about it. So when you have a bad feeling about a partnership, what you are doing?
Okay, so the first thing is to find the right people. So we have to find the tribe, the people who actually feel and feel in similar ways like we feel about them. But it's a dilemma. So there are people who we bump into and they play games and this and that. So what we do with them, we at least we give them a little awareness about our world, like how we work. We don't deal with them anymore, but we talk. We don't like close the doors. We get head first into the discussions and conversation, and we give them awareness that there is a world that you are living in, and you are conducting your business or partnerships in such a way. But this is not the only way. The world is diverse. People are living like there is a peaceful way of doing things. That's why there is a very diverse uh, 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 like uh, working culture. So we get head first into conversation, and we tell them how we work. What is the best way to work in total peace of mind, in symphony of efficiency and in harmony, so that we don't make each other's life difficult, but we actually help and support each other grow. The idea, the core purpose is to help each other grow, not anything else. Everything else is just either concept or business, but as a human. So what matters here the most is connecting human to human.
Okay, fantastic culture. Tell me
Yeah.
a little bit about the team. How big is the team?
How big?
How many
Okay,
people?
you're talking about team. The BTweeps is built by two people, myself and the chief product officer at BizBoost. His name is Rahul. He's actually one of my college mates. So we built this thing together. And if you talk about my digital media agency, we are a team of 6 people. Like we work remotely around the globe, from London, from Zurich, our partners, from New Jersey, from Bahrain, from India. In India, we have 3 people, Divyanshu in Delhi, and then Rahul again. So we are spread out like 6 to 7 people.
Okay, fantastic, great.
Yeah.
What's your biggest competitor on BTweeps?
Okay, the biggest competitor, like we have a different psychology here, a different mindset. We look into our competitors just to get the idea of what's happening in their world, but we make our own lane. We stay in our own lane because we are our own competitors. So if you talk about like who are those tools and people who will look into to get understanding about what they're doing, it was Menace Flitter, number one, which was brutally killed by Twitter 2 years back. So that was the first idea generation from the tool. Then it's Owlid. There is Owlid. Then it's Tweepy, and there's another one, I don't remember the name. So the first is Manipulator, then Owlid, and Tweepy.
Okay, what do you think you need to do with your company in order to be the biggest brand? So when we think about Twitter automation, to think about BTweet, what do you think you need to do?
We need to reach out to our community. We have a long way to go. Like we have a really specific approach of like how we could market our product. So we don't want to go in an aggressive way. We just want to be there in front of them, and we want to connect with them. So our strongest point is the customer experience and customer service. So whoever is coming along in our journey, whoever is connecting human to human with us, we treat them like VVIP and MVPs. So this is really important. We need to connect with the communities and be there, and we have to like keep on keeping on.
Tell me a little bit about if Twitter decide to block all these kind of platforms. It is a possibility or not from your point of view?
Yeah, it has been done in past. Even we got blocked in past. When we were building BTweeps, we went like crazy on using the API calls, using their resources, and we learned a lot of lessons from them, from Twitter. So we had a conversation even with Twitter team, their app team. So we talked with them, and they told us that why are you doing this? You shouldn't be doing this. This is harming Twitter. So we took a seat back, and we went deeper into it. So we made a lot of types of concepts, like how we could limit the use of API, how we could protect the Twitter users, how we could preserve their quality of their presence, how we could do it more ethically without abusing or spamming. So from that point of view, it was 2016 when it happened. And since that time and until now, we have built BTweeps in such a pattern that it actually makes things work in a more safest way. So you don't have to worry about anything like spamming or getting banned or like harming the creative Twitter community. So we have built this thing like to protect, preserve, and to grow the Twitter users. So if we get dirty on API calls, and if we get dirty on the algorithm, and we abuse their platform, you have to respect these platforms. So we respect these platforms, and we built it based on the protocols, on guidelines, and ethical algorithm. So there is a very like 1% chance of getting that.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about what we can do using your SaaS.
Okay, what you can do, you can just, it's very simple. You just go to BTweeps by app.btweeps.com, and you log in with Twitter. There are three simplest of features in there. You can follow back your audience, those people who are following you, but you're not following back. Second thing, you can unfollow and manage your audience. You can unfollow the audience, the people who you are following, but they are not following back. Number three, you can target and follow your targeted audience. So this is one of the most highlighted features of BTweeps, like how you can find competitors Twitter account with quality following or followers. You can like copy the total list of followers and following through BTweeps. You just have to add the username of the competitor in the Twitter, in the BTweeps control card, and then you need to start BTweeps operations either in manual mode or automation mode. In manual mode, you have more control over what you choose to operate through BTweeps. You can unfollow, you can follow back, or you can target. Or in automation mode, everything happens in behind the scenes. You don't have to switch any operations. You don't have to switch to follow back or unfollow or target. Everything happens automatically. So there are two modes: manual mode and automation mode. There are three simple features: follow back, unfollow, and target follow. And there is audience filters for better transparency of the data and to allow the actions to be done with relevance. So you can go to audience filters and you can skip the people who you don't want to unfollow, who you don't want to follow back, or who you don't want to target.
So tell me a little bit, please. So I can do automatically what I can do manually myself. Yeah, I can do manually exactly what your tool does, but I need to spend a lot of time. Yeah, so I will save a lot of time.
Yeah, you have to, like, first you just have to learn, like, these are the three features and there are two modes: manual or auto, follow back, target, or unfollow. That's it. You just need to know that. And as soon, for new users, as soon as you log in with your Twitter into BTweeps, you start with manual mode. You don't start auto mode, because Twitter needs to understand what you are doing. You need to Twitter needs to get familiar of your organic activities and automated activities. So choose one operation, log in with Twitter, add a targeted username, start target, and start the operation. So one operation at a time for the new users. But for the people who know what they are doing, who have been using SaaS tools and as their assets, and they are doing it for a long period of time. Example, freelancers and agencies, they can go head into BTweeps. They can log in and choose the targeted username and their audience and start with the automation mode, and then they can set it and forget it. So
I see.
yeah, they only need to monitor the bell notification area to exactly know what's happening in their BTweeps and what is next.
Okay. Tell me a
Yeah.
little bit about BTweeps on G2, Captera, GitHub, and all these review platforms. If you have a profile and how you manage, if you have.
We don't have a review profile on other platforms. We just we just have an online presence, and we are trying to partner with bigger platforms or platforms which make sense in our journey. So we don't have a presence on other or profile on review platforms.
You know why I ask you? Because we manage some accounts on these platforms, and we know that without a good strategy, you cannot fight with your competitors. And why? Because a lot of companies use communities to pay for the reviews. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want your opinion about that, because we receive some requests like this from people, from companies, to do it on TechPop. What's your
Okay.
opinion? I just want to know your opinion.
No, it's about ethics. It's about how you work. So I believe you work with a very like you have a very humble and creative and meaningful way of allowing the reviews, allowing the partners to list themselves. You connect with them and you talk out with them. You get to know like what's happening. So if people are coming like we will pay you and you do like this, or there are fake reviews coming up, it's not the right thing to do. It's about self. It's a choice.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah,
it's a
a
choice,
choice.
but we are not doing this. I just want to know your opinion. When we invite our guests, we put different questions, so we don't send a list of questions before, just to be natural, and we want their honest opinion about
Yeah.
different subjects.
Correct.
Okay, so it was a
Things
pleasure.
need to be, yeah, things needs to be like to wrap up this thing. I would like just to add a line, like simple line, like I love the way you invited me to present BTweeps in front of your community and audience. I am a big introvert myself, and I don't like surprises. I like being prepared to be even before doing anything. I'm very conserved and like so. But with you on your words and everything, I had a deep down and a very strong confidence and real great feeling like it's going to be good, and I'm going to connect with Alex. I'm going to share all these things, and it's going to be in the natural flow. So I loved the way you conducted this broadcast, and it was really nice connecting with you.
Thank you very much. Hello, Mr. Pricha. We have Mr. Pricha is the president of Thailand Tanzania Business Center. So he just say hello to us.
Hi.
It's
Hi.
my friend. Yeah? So thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. I will send you another email with the second link, yeah, for the video. Yeah?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you very much. Stay safe.
Thank you, Alex. Have a
Thank
great day.
you.
You too.
You too.